I'm Tiffany Shearn and I operate out of Tacoma, Washington. My background's in finance, so business finance. I worked for Boeing for 15 years, spent a little time in supporting Amazon marketing, and then also in the healthcare industry. So I got a lot of exposure to different businesses and industries. My time at Amazon with the advertising, so I know a lot about the marketing side of things, so I think that helped me out understanding the value of the marketing and the advertising and how it all ties together. So that experience I think helped as well and helped me kind of trust more of the advertising process for a smaller business. I went through a franchise broker. Washington has some interesting franchise regulations, and so it's harder for franchises to start up in Washington. And so I think this was one of only like 4 that were available in the area. And so I went through a research process with those, starting with those 4, kind of looking through what the options were, what the business plan looked like, as my background indicates. I had gotten a little jaded with the corporate world. I had made it into like management, and I was getting very frustrated with how upper management treated the first line people, the people who were doing the work day in, day out, and everything that they were demanding of them. And I effectively was like, I can do it better, I can treat my people better. And so I literally put my money where my mouth is on this one. Part of my frustration was that people didn't listen to, well, me, clearly. But I think it's that independence, having more control. I've always been more of the director type personality, and so that level of control is something for me. But I think being able to do what I want to on the employment side of things is really important to me, because employee development has always been important to me. I think I was a little too relaxed at the beginning. That's part of my speed bumps along the way, but you learn that and you kind of adapt and you figure out that balance for how to support all your employees in the right way. So after some speed bumps at the beginning, I do have a really good team right now. I have one person, she's very interested in growing with me and has some interest in like a field manager position, and maybe if I make it really like big enough for maybe a general manager position. She has a really good head on her shoulders, great with customers, and she has a balance to me. So I'm more on the organized director side of things, and she's more on the people side of things. And so I think finding a person that supports your strengths with their own is a really important thing, and making sure that they do have, because no one's going to care about a company as much as the owner, but them wanting the company to succeed for their own reasons helps that as well. The team is really looking at helping it grow. Some of them mostly for getting hours, but they're having fun with it, and we try to support each other. We just had a double baby shower, and so I try to incorporate some of those fun team things as well. I've gotten to the point where my right-hand person, she helps me a lot with the I call her a customer lead, because they do customer introductions for new customers. She does training for new employees. So I've gotten her trained up in a lot of those, and I've promoted her up into those positions. So a lot of the field work, I rarely go out anymore, because I've built up a team that I can trust to go out and do the job. This year I'm really focusing on networking and building that side of the owner ground game, and then marketing, like doing social media presence, that kind of stuff, and then the administrative side of things. So the scheduling, my people schedule, the customer schedule, following up with call center sales. That way I can get everything kind of tick and tie in the schedule properly. So it's more on the administrative side and on the networking side, which isn't my strong place, but it's one of my goals this year is to develop that side of things, because my first year I focused on the things that I am stronger in, and that gave me more time to devote to the things that I'm not as naturally inclined towards. With the smaller vehicles, with the flexible teams, it's really a more scalable industry, and so you can flex into things. I think we had some worry about a recession at the time when I wasn't looking at this stuff. And so again, that scalability gives you a little bit of comfort in that, because you don't necessarily need to grow if it's not there. The brand had some of the best marketing program, because I didn't want to, I had some experience marketing some of my own personal stuff. And so I knew that it was a lot of work, and I didn't necessarily want to take all that SEO stuff on myself. And so having a marketing program where that I didn't need to go out and find my own SEO group, it would just work, and I could supplement it with my own knowledge. But I think the brand kind of brought the things that I was most concerned about being able to do myself. The call center was really appealing to me because, again, I'm more of a organization, less on the people side strength. And so having a call center that could do the sales and take on more of the sales role, because that's not my strength. Again, I always look for that balance between me and who not how is what I like to do. And so those were some of the things that drew me to this brand specifically, in addition to the scalability of the industry. I like the point of contact. Someone that, if I have a question, I can say, hey, who do I reach out to for this? Or if I forget where the ticketing system is, like where's this link? Where do I find this? And so having a point of contact that can kind of be my Rolodex when my brain forgets things, I think that's one of the biggest things. I've loved the increase in the use of the social media groups, so like the Facebook group, because I think that is a really good place to be able to just put a general question. It provides like that community without needing to get on a call, because you're not all going to be available at the same time. And so I think the ramp up of the social media usage has really increased that sense of community that I've felt, and the connection to the other franchisees. So I think leveraging those tools even further is going to be one of the important things going forward, and making sure that new franchisees are welcomed into that fold as well and feel like they can ask questions there. I mean, with the networking stuff, you're making business connections, and so I'm getting into that this year. With the cleaning side of things, my husband and I had cleaning even before I started this. I 100% think that getting professional cleaners is a relationship saver, because no one needs to be arguing about who's going to clean the toilet this month. And so I think us being able to do that, and I talk to my people about that too, because it is really we are providing a service, and yes, anyone can do this themselves, but now they don't have to. Now they don't have to. Now they have time to do fun stuff with their families and things like that. So I think from the services we provide, that's the big part of it. I'm really big on the eco-friendly side. So my husband and I do extra recycling. Like, we have an extra recycling program that's available in our area, and so that's a really big passion of ours as well. And so those two things kind of mesh together. And then making those connections, being able to chat with other people who are going through this, have the same, because when they're in my local area, they have very similar employment challenges and that kind of stuff. And being able to support other local businesses, so people I can refer, people who can refer me, and being able to kind of support our own little business ecosystem in the local community.